Is Minecraft too easy? Well, the answer to that is yes and no. Let me explain. While there may be hundreds of videos on YouTube explaining, oh, Minecraft's too easy, blah blah blah, you could just run through the whole game with fuck all. Well, yes, I do agree with that in a way, but maybe it's designed that way. For example, I did a challenge where I had to try and beat the game with leather armor. I failed because I only set one death. So I was like, oh well, I died. Big oof. That was due to a bug anyway. But basically, what happened in that is I ran into a bastion with 2 pieces of leather armor and looted the place. And you might be saying, well, isn't that proof that the game's too easy? Well, not really, because basically, the way I see it, is it's a building game first, PvP game second. So, what the Bastion holds in which is now the armor trim or the armor upgrader for the Netherite, what that holds is quite important. So, if you set that too difficult, then it just becomes painful for no real reason. Then you lock Netherite away for the players that want Netherite, and it gives you a big boost mining-wise. It goes from like 6,000 blocks with Unbreaking 3 from a diamond pickaxe to 8,000 blocks with a Netherite Unbreaking 3 pickaxe. So that's a massive jump. Even then, you could just build an XP farm and get around that. That's a whole different topic, but I do believe you should do that anyway. But the Netherite pickaxe is more convenient, less time to go between the XP farm and whatever the hell you're doing. But I do believe the game isn't too easy, and I think it's a silly idea that people say it is, because I don't think the design of Minecraft is there to be a difficult game. Well, obviously you have like hardcore, like that's not Bedrock, so maybe they're like, oh well, like, well, they kind of broke hardcore in a way with like the totems. So I don't even think they give a shit about it, to be totally honest. If they gave a shit about hardcore, it'd be on Bedrock by now. Like, hardcore is just like so broken because the totems are like on Java you can get like billions of totems within an hour. So like the whole point of hardcore is just gone out the fucking window. Even then, I do think it's intentional design. I think the totems were there just to basically just delete the point of hardcore realistically, because like if you look at these hardcore players, they carry 3 or 4 totems on them. Because like if you played hardcore without totems, unless you're like some super duper skilled person, you're probably just gonna die, and then you're gonna lose all your progress. So I think it was there to counteract hardcore. Even then, I don't really see a point of doing that. If people choose to play hardcore, obviously they want one life, but now they've got totems, so I don't know what's going on there. I can't really explain that. But, like, survival, I definitely don't think bosses should be that difficult, because then you're locking an aspect of the game behind the boss that some people may not be able to compete against. Whereas if you have a boss that everyone can compete against, yes, there are some people that can't beat like the Ender Dragon or whatever, but they can get around it by building out to the end islands thousands and thousands of blocks. Yes, that's very tedious, but there's a way around it. Say if you make the dragon destroy any block around the end island to make sure you can't get into the outer islands, well, that's just bullying, because people that can't beat the game to get Elytra will just be screwed. So if you make it in a way that like everyone can beat the game, or everyone can get round beating the game to get like the Elytra, the sponges in the Ocean Monument or whatever, if you make it so you can't cheese it, well then you're basically locking away a certain part of the audience from getting a certain object, and I think that's unfair. So if you make the game in a way that's like easy or relatively easy or can be cheesed, well that's fair. If you make it harder and can't be cheesed, well then you're only pleasing one part of the community when the rest of it gets screwed over. Whereas you're still pissing off a part of the community in a certain way, but you're making it fair for everyone. If you make it too hard, then it's not fair for everyone. So I think in a way that Minecraft is designed perfectly difficulty-wise, and the people that want to have a stupidly difficult experience can play hardcore, even though hardcore's now fucked because of totems. Well, you can just ignore totems. But they do have that option. Yes, it's not Bedrock, but I don't think Minecraft really care about hardcore anymore. But you could even just like say, "Oh, I'm going to stop playing after one death." Like that's optional. Like when you're making it deliberately difficult, so then you're locking things away from certain people. That's just not very nice. Like, yes, the difficulty tabs are there, but they literally make no difference. They just affect our like regeneration, food, and things like that. Like, I think Minecraft difficulty is perfect. That is fair for everyone. But obviously, so people might have a different opinion. Like my friend, he thinks the game's too easy, but then he's a big fan of Terraria, and I think Terraria is a perfect alternative if you want a difficult game. Yes, it's 2D, and like you maybe not be able to build as much as Minecraft, but it's a perfect alternative because it's roughly the same as Minecraft, just like it's more PvE based than Minecraft. Minecraft's more of a building game. That's more of like scrapping mobs, which is fair. If you want to play that, play that. If you want to play Minecraft and you want to build stuff, well, Minecraft's perfect for that. Terraria's perfect for that. So I think, comment down your opinion below. Thank you for watching. If you obviously have a different opinion, I want to hear it, because that's the beauty of the internet. I get to hear people's different opinions. But thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and consider subscribing. I have far more videos like this. So thank you and goodbye.